Flosstube, it's Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche. I'm back for an update video. Today is Sunday, September 1st. Felt like this is a good time to do a video. I have been in my craft room all day working on projects, so that's why that's not the reason it's a mess. I just haven't cleaned up. But I have been working on a lot of projects. So you can see some more of my pictures fell off the wall. Those command strips don't work here. So I think I'm going to take everything off the walls, fix them, and then rearrange them. So the next time I do a video, it may be different. Or it may just be there are more pictures that have fallen off the wall. But let's see, life update. Semester started. I'm teaching one class. It was an interesting start to the semester. One thing we're doing is we're rolling out a lot of online classes. And it's been fun doing that. I'll just say that. And what else? Oh, hubby had his gallbladder removed. So that was Thursday, which was, you know, since I've seen you last, we actually had an episode. I woke up one morning and he was just like, I have been in pain all night. I can't stand it. So we went to the emergency room and sure enough, it was his gallbladder. So we got that removed Thursday. So he's doing really well, considering he's already, you know, he says he feels so much better. But so that's our big thing that's happened. I'm happy that I have tomorrow off. I'm going to continue to craft some, so that'll be fun. Maybe I'll have more things to share with you. But so that's my update. I'll get into some of my finishes. Okay, so I have an FFO, well, an almost FFO, an AFFF, no, AFFO. So this is crazy because I've had this forever and I actually finished it today in like 30 minutes. But I wanted to do the Stitching with the Housewives monthly weigh-in. And I've done September. So I've actually finished it. And that is my finish. Isn't that cute? And I wanted to put it on the little stand from Paisleys and Polka Dots, which I bought the stand, but I didn't want the green. So I decided I was going to paint it that soft black and white. And then I started painting it and then I got frustrated because I don't like to paint. I get really frustrated because it doesn't look exactly the way I think it should look, and then today I'm just like, we're gonna get this done, and I glued it together and I'm almost finished with it. I just have to put the washers on the back, but here is what it's going to look like. Isn't that cute? I can't believe I've waited so long to do this, but I have the perfect place to put it. I will do that soon. I've even done the little sign, so that'll sit on top. And if I get it finished before I publish this, I will put a picture up. Now hold on, I gotta move things before I break things. On the image here, you can see they had it that kind of teal color. It's not my aesthetic, so I changed it to black. But they have these little wooden cutouts. There's actually 4 that come in a group, and that's what I just went and bought a whole bunch of paint so I can paint these. I'm going to put the acorn with my September one, but we'll see. It was fun. Kind of got me excited about doing some finishing. The other things that I have finished but not FFO'd. Let's see. I kind of have a disaster here because I've been shuffling piles from one area to the other, and it's finally caught up with me because now I don't know where my stuff is. So let's see. This is my finish of the painted flowers. I think I showed this in my last video. Oh, there it is. If I did, I'm sorry, but it's pretty enough to show again. And this is DMC stitched on 40 count Black Forest from Lakeside Linen. This is Painted Flowers by Shakespeare's Peddler. And she finished this as a pillow. because I saw the original. When was it? It wasn't this May, but last May I went to visit Teresa, and she was showing it to me, and I'm like, I'm going to stitch that. All these little strings, I've been quilting like a crazy woman, and there's little pieces of thread everywhere. So I finished that. Let's see. I got some other stuff over here. Oh, I just finished. Sorry, I got to reach around you. The Vintage Charm Pin Keep. I'm in this club from Scattered Seed Samplers. I think this has been released. This was from last year, wasn't it? I think so. But I just finished this on Thursday in the hospital, waiting for Hobby to finish his surgery. So, isn't that so pretty? I love that. And I'm going to finish it because we get all of the materials for finishing. So I'm going to finish that as a pillow. Let's see. I've got a pile of stuff. So if I've shown this to you, I'm sorry. I also finished Pumpkin Brew with Thy Needle and Thread. It's hard to see that, isn't it? But that is also a finish. And then there's something else I finished. What was that? I was so proud of myself. I don't remember. But not cross-stitching, but something else that I've finished. I've actually finished 3 quilts. So they're at the quilter or they're on their way to the quilter. So I'll just insert pictures. First, I finished the Vintage Christmas by Lori Holt. I worked on this quilt top for, I don't know, I was still living in Mississippi when I started it. So I was so excited to get this done. It is so cute. It's at the quilter and she's pretty fast. So maybe I'll have it back by the end of this month. My second quilt was Flower Garden, and I forget who the name of the designer is. Bunny something. I'll put it here. But I ordered this as a block of the month through Shabby Fabric, and I, started strong, and then I kind of lost interest, and then I finally finished that. It is super cute. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. And my third quilt finish was Swallowtail Quilt from Fat Quarter Shop using Sun Washed by Corey Yoder. So if this kit's still available, I'll link it below. But if you haven't ordered kits through Fat Quarter Shop, they do a great job. They give you plenty of fabric. And I'm going to insert a picture here of my finished. I didn't have anyone at home, so it's not the whole quilt. I didn't have anyone at home to take the picture. So I'm just so proud of myself because my points almost all lined up like they were supposed to. So that is my quilting finishes. All right, so next let's talk about what I've stitched on, my whips. What have I been stitching on this month? So last video I talked about the fact that I do a rotation, that I work on a certain project for 7 days and then I switch to another project. So I've been doing that. And I talked about my how I have my planner set up to show you or to keep me on track. So someone asked me to show my planner. So I used the Birds of a Feather by this artist. I get these on Amazon. And how I have my planner set up. So let me go to September. At the beginning of each month, they have this little blank page. So I will put in what my whips are for the beginning of September. And then I also put in a quilt goal. So this Hocus Pocus, I don't know. I did that earlier in the year. I don't even know what that quilt is. And then I just put what my major project is going to be each day. So September 1st through the 7th is Splendor of Florals. And then I switch. At the end of each chapter, at the end of each month, there are blank pages where I can put finishes or starts. And I'll have that. keeping records of that information as I go. So that's why I love these planners, is because there's like a page between each month where you can put that WIP information and you can put your starts and finishes. I'm telling you, my craft room is a disaster. My 2025 planner I've already set up, so similar to that. So I've got the beginning of February, my WIP list, and then towards the end of the month I have a place for February finishes. Then we start with March WIP list. So I have it all set up, and then I just write in what I'm going to work on. The other thing that I do, and I'll have to go to my August in this one, is at the beginning of the month, I list what my 25/7 project is going to be. So I'll explain 25/7 in just a second. Well, here's my August WIP list. This is what I had in my WIP basket before the month began, and when I finish it, I mark it off. So I love fall most of all. I finished that. Where it is, I have no idea. I'll find it. I'll show you next video. But then I can just mark those off as I go, and then I have my 25/7, what my project is going to be. And you can see I finished the I love fall most of all, and then I added vintage charm pin key. So what is 25/7? 25/7 is I think it's a Facebook group run by Melanie Watkins, who is Soul Stitcher. And the idea is for you to pick a project and stitch on that project every day, that's the 7, for at least 25 minutes or 25 stitches. So that's where the 25/7 comes from. I love it because I get so much done using that. So it's been very, very helpful for me. And so that's how I have everything set up, is I identify what my 25/7 project will be. I actually set a timer on my phone. When I sit down, it's the first thing I stitch on. When the 25 minutes is up, I switch to whatever my major project is for that day. Okay, I think that was one question someone had. I think that was it on questions. But so what have I been stitching on this month besides the I love fall most of all, which I have no idea where that is? That really bothers me. I wonder where I put it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, anyway, so at the beginning of each month, I always work on my oldest WIP, which is this Blender of Florals, which people have seen so many times. It was a series in the Just Cross Stitch magazine in 2010. Started it in 2014, and I really have not stitched on it that much until this past year. And this past year really has been the most I've stitched on it. This month of August, I stitched on the October, which is the Cosmos, and I got a lot done. So, oh, hold on a second. So that's my progress, oh, Jennifer, on Cosmos. So I finished the side border and the bottom border and started on the bottom part. And the way I'm doing it, the pattern, I'm just doing like a typewriter. I go through a 10-inch row, or not 10-inch, 10-stitch row, and I go through and stitch all the colors of one, then go to the next color, then go to the next, and I just fill in. So you can see there's kind of a hard line there, and that's where that 10-stitch row ends. Now this part over here is actually on a separate page, this little bit right here, so I stitched that first. But that's not bad for 7 days. So maybe I can finish this in October. Okay, so that was my Splendor of Florals, and I actually will stitch on that today. So that's good. Got it all pulled out. I'm looking for where I put that piece of paper. There it is. All right. Then my second week was Tapestry of Stitches 2 by Jeanette Douglas. I went to a workshop. It's not really a retreat, but I'm a member of the Sampler Guild of the Rockies, and in 2023 in the spring, Jeanette Douglas was our guest for a workshop, and this was our big project. And I actually started it, and I got through this part really quickly, and I started working on this, and this part right here messed me up, and it really messed me up bad because I just didn't work on it. So I finally made my adaptation so it would work, and I'm on the Bargello part down here. And to be honest with you, I'm working on this as a second 25/7. I do one 25-minute time period on this each day because I thought I could finish it by the end of August. Did not, but I'm close. So here is my progress. You can see I'm working on this 5th Bargello block. I'll show you that. And I just have that to do, and then this last block here. So maybe I will have that done by my next video. But isn't that pretty? Let's get close so you can see that white work. There's supposed to be a double line between the outer border and then those pluses in the middle, but somehow I messed up and it doesn't work, so I just left it off. And I worked on that for 7 days plus pretty much the rest of the month for about 25 minutes. My third project is a Stacy Nash project. It is Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. Y'all know what I was thinking, Hawker and Hollow. It is not. It's Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. And I got a pretty good amount done on this as well. I have a hanging thread. So that is my progress. So that's 2 pages. And you can see I haven't finished the second page, but what I'm working on that second page is the rooftop. So this is stitched on 36 count cedar plank from Lakeside Linens. Oh, the Splendor of Florals is on a 32 count antique white or antique cream with DMC, and then the Tapestry of Stitches is on the called for, which I think is 36 count Meadow Rue from Lakeside Linens. And then this is cedar plank. This is going to be so pretty. Cannot wait to work on that some more. And this I'm using pretty much the called for. I am substituting some threads from my stash. And then the fourth one is a primitive needle. So these are not widely available, but this is the ABC Horn Book. I started this as a stitch along in 2023, January of 2023 with Abby Bella Stitch, and I got the A done, and it sat there all this time, but I got a lot done this month. So look at that. I got so much done. So this is 1 page. There are 6 pages, but page 5 and 6 is just a little bit. So this is the largest part, the widest part. So the page down here will be similar, but then the ones over on this side are not quite as wide. But if I got this done in 1 week, maybe I can finish this by the end of the year. I'm enjoying stitching it. But I love primitive needles stuff. I've got several of, well, you can see right there is a primitive needle. Right there is a primitive needle. Primitive needle fell off the wall, but I've got a lot of her stuff. So fun to stitch, moving along very quickly. So I finished that vintage charm pin keep. So I have another 25/7. So I started this, let's see, Friday, working on this. This is the Needleworkers Accoutrement. This was part of a retreat with Brenda Gervais. It was a farm girl retreat. Was it 2019? I think so. And I started it in May of this year and did not get very far. Again, I have a hanging thread, so, but it's not a big piece, so it's going fairly quickly. And here's my progress. So I think I can finish this part in a few more days. There is a second component to this that's a needle book that I will work on after I finish this one. So let me show you, because I'm a planner. It's kind of ridiculous, but I actually have my rotation mapped out for the rest of this year, and then my 25/7 mapped out for the rest of this year with what I'm hoping to do. Oh, and here's a person I just watched. If you have not watched Barbara of Stitching and Tea with B, I watched all of her videos. I think she had 5 videos. I watched them all in a row because she is just wonderful to listen to. Plus, she loves birds. But that's my planning. There's my whips, all my stuff. I use a clipboard while I'm stitching. I just leave it. This is what I put all the things on, and so I can take notes while I'm stitching because I love to plan things. My boss calls me a list checker, which is a good name for me. All right, I think that is all of my whips. All right, on my last video, I was sitting where you were looking at a different wall, and one of the things that I was pointing out was a chart by, or sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. It's called Jane Pattison, and someone wanted to see it closer, so I'll just hold this up. This is stitched on 32 count, and I don't remember what the fabric is. It's probably a Lakeside linen, but it's stitched with Gentle Arts wool threads. So you can see, look at the border. It has like a pine border with little baubles of some sort. It's just cute. And then has these little things on the outer border. And then these 3 big florals. This is ghosted here, but there's stitching right there. Can you see that? Yeah. But I don't have this in my shop right now, but Teresa probably has it as a PDF on her shop, Kitten Stitcher. So I'll look and see, and if she does, I'll post it or link it below. She's on vacation right now, but it is beautiful. It was a fun stitch. All right, and let's see, what else did someone ask about? I think that was it. Let's see. My plans to follow the same thing. So today I'm going to start the 7 days of stitching on Splendor Florals. Then I will move on and do Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. Then I will stitch on the ABC Horn Book. Actually, I'm going to stitch on something else before the ABC Horn Book. I'm going to stitch on, let's see if I can find it. I have all my whips over here. Almost. So close. I'm going to go through every one of these. Here it is. I'm going to stitch on Pumpkin Lane Sampler from Erin Elizabeth Designs. So I have worked on this a little tiny bit back in March. I started with this. And that will be my new 7 days. That'll be my 3rd project. And then my 4th project will be the ABC Horn Book. The reason why is I want to, you know, if you do 7 times 4, that's 28. That gives me 2 extra days on the ABC Horn Book. So thinking ahead. But that's my big plan for, my plans for September. I am going out of town in a few weeks to visit with some friends. So that will be fun. But I think that's the only big thing. Oh, I haven't told you what I've done outside of stitching. So one of the things that we do a lot of since we moved to Colorado is we go see bands. So like went to see this punk rock group, and Sidekick was one of the openers. They were sweet guys. My husband makes friends with everybody. There's a piece of thread on me. And he was talking to them, and they gave us t-shirts. So we've been to see ridiculous number of concerts because the couple that we like to go out and do things with, they like concerts too. We went to see the Foo Fighters at the beginning of August. It was incredibly loud. It was fun. The Pretenders opened for them, so that was amazing. And then right after that, was it right after that? We went to see Stray Cats. So I'll put in some pictures here from the concerts. We don't have any more concerts planned, I don't think. Yes, we do. We went to, so there's a place in Denver called Levitt Pavilion. And you can go and see free concerts there. So we went to see Gypsy Kings about a week ago, maybe a little more than a week ago. And it was fun. We had a great time. And one of the things that happens when we're at these concerts, we're like, this reminds us of so-and-so. Oh, I wonder if they're touring anymore. Let's look them up. And then we will find that they are, and we will see if we can get tickets. So we're going to see some band that my friend likes, but it's in Fort Collins. I have no idea what I've got myself into. But, so I'm doing that. I think that's next weekend. So, but we have a good time. We're not the oldest people at these concerts, but it's been fun. Lisha, I have so much fun. All right, I think that is it for plans. All right, so next giveaway. So last video, I had 4 finished cross stitch, not FFO'd, projects that I'm giving away. So these are things that were stitched by me that I'm giving away. So the first one was a piece by AB Designs, Amy Brooken, and the winner of this is Cherie4541. So here's my email. If you can email me, I will mail you this, and it's just this piece. I'm not going to FFO it. But it's really cute. The second piece is Joy, which is a Lizzie Kate. And the winner of this is Carol Abear or Herbert7964. The third was a Barbara Anna design. This is Spooky Tree. And this goes to Perfectly Imperfect Stitcher. So cute. And then the last is the bat. I think this is Work Basket. And this goes to Trisha KRN. So again, here's my email. If you could just email me, I will get these posted to you. It did take me a while to get the last set in to the post, and I'm sorry about that. But I know 2 of the 4 people have already received theirs. So I hope you enjoy those. This time I don't have any finishes because the box that has finishes is way over there in that corner. And as you can see from this, you can imagine what that looks like if I'm willing to let you see this. Okay, so I've got a couple of charts that I'll give away. So these are charts that I've finished. The first one will be the Vintage Charm Pin Keep. So if you're interested in this, just say Vintage Charm or Vintage. We'll just do Vintage. And then the other one I have is another Scattered Seed, and that's Summer Sweet Pin Keep. So if you're interested in this, just say Summer. Okay, to enter, just put the name Summer or Vintage or both, and then don't say anything about winning. You have to be 18, all the things. I have been deleting because people are like, I hope I win or something like that. If it's anything that indicates there's a giveaway, I delete your comment. Okay, so there's that. Let's see what else. Oh, the other thing I didn't mention, Needlework Marketplace was last week, and I didn't order a lot, but I did order some things. I'm probably most excited about Stacy Nash Animal Crackers. Those came in and they're posted. And then the other thing, and it's behind me, so let me turn this thing around and get this. It's Bee Stitch Me fabric, but my favorite color, and I have got to find something to stitch on this, is this sandbar. Isn't that beautiful? This is the prettiest fabric. And what I think I'm going to stitch on it. So have you seen the Woodland Witch? Hold on. Where's that at? Hold on. Jennifer. I'm so sorry. So this is a new one from Brenda Gervais called Woodland Witch. Don't you think that would be beautiful on that fabric? I think I'm going to use this and start it today because that is so pretty. All right. So that's my biggest, that was the thing I was happiest about. I do not have a section specifically for Needlework Marketplace, but it should show up as newest things. I am doing a weekly sale, so I haven't posted this week's. So usually it's between 25 and 35% off a certain set of charts. Check out Jen's Stitching Niche. So I think that is everything. Is there anything else I wanted to share? I think that's everything. This is scattered. It's crazy, but I'm in such a good mood today because I've been able to craft all day. I've been sewing. I've been gluing things together and painting things. I just went, let me show you what I did. I just went and bought a whole bunch of paints to finish the little shapes that go with that monthly weigh-in. So it's just fun. And I have tomorrow off too, so I'll get all kinds of crafting done. All right, that's enough of you listening to me chatter on. Oh no, I have to say one more thing. So I watch Flosstube every day. So I watch, you know, the ones that I watch all the time. Kathleen's Trodden Trails, when she puts up a video, I watch it immediately. What is it? Oh, I can't remember. It's Pam. Stitching Between the Lines. I watch her videos every time they pop up. Those are the two that are my standards. Brenda and Laura, I always watch theirs. Saltbox Stitcher, one just popped up today. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to go watch her. But I've been watching some new people. And I mentioned Stitching and Tea with Bee, Barbara. Love her videos. I'll link her below. And then I just started watching one today because I thought the name was just great. Very creative. And that is Black Coffee and Grits. So she's from Texas. Very sweet. And I've just watched maybe 15 minutes of her first video. So I recommend watching her. And of course, Tara. Everybody's got to go watch Tara. And then what was it yesterday? Who was I watching? Needle and Flax, Stitching with the Housewives, all of those. So I've gotten, my husband bought me a new set of the AirPods, and they are the noise canceling ones. So I can put them in. And if they come in and tell me anything, I don't hear it. I'm in here just sewing and listening and sewing. And my husband's probably not happy that I use those quite so much. But all right, so I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Labor Day weekend. Not sure when I'll be back, maybe mid-September or 1st of October. So, all right, sorry this is so scattered. See you later. Bye.